there, welcome back to my channel. I am going to be playing in my junk journal today, which has fallen to bits. I fixed it once and it's not feeling very well and it's fallen to bits again. So we are going to be doing some serious surgery today, and I also want to create a new page with some hidden aspects, little secret bits and pieces. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So this was a Ladybird book originally. The spine has completely given away. I am going to be ruthless and cut all of this, and I have been looking at it. We are going to separate this into as the spine and the cover, and then I'm not quite sure actually what I am going to do here. So I've got one section here that I can sew. I'm going to make then 3 notebooks, I think. Yes, I don't know, because it needs to be together. This could actually end up being a little bit tricky. Actually the books are pretty stable, but that needs to live in there. So maybe what I will do is sew these up. I don't actually know. Right, let's remove the twine. Let me know if you've had a similar problem. I don't want to lose the order that they're in. That's the problem I have. Let's move more of this twine. Let's see if I can just pull that out. I think I'm going to grab some clips. Oh, that's popped out. And actually clip it together so that I don't lose the order they are in. I think I was a little bit naive when I made this book. I've added so much to it, and I have completely bulked it up, to be really honest with you. I had a squirrel staring in my window just now. I was going to remove the camera and see if I could film him for you, but he ran away. See, that's a nice size one. That would work really well. But the problem is they're not individual, so I can't really take them out. But oh, I'm really stumped now. Right, let's forget about that for the time being. Let's work on the cover. And I'm going to remove because this didn't work. I might still keep that on there actually. That wasn't large enough, was it? What I'm thinking about doing this time is using some fabric. Let's remove that, and we are going to pop some fabric in this time. That might work a little bit better. Let's take that off. Have I got a decent amount there? And I'm going to do it front and back. You know what I haven't got? I haven't got any decent fabric glue. Let's see how this goes. That was a silly thing to say. I'm a crafter. I've been crafting for about 20 years. Of course I have fabric glue. Right, I found a big pot of this. And it's quite watery actually. I haven't used it for a very long time. I used to have the smaller bottles and then refill them with these larger ones, but I haven't used it for so long. Right, let's pop that on there like that, and we'll do the same on this side. I think we'll do it like that. Okay, let's remove the twine. I didn't really want to cover too much of this up, but I do want to strengthen the book and I want it to last. So I think it's a necessity, to be honest. I might trim it down slightly, the fabric actually, for this bit. I'm going to lay that underneath. I've been thinking, we were talking, or somebody, Elaine in our Patreon bought some really amazing fabric recently, and she shared a picture of the little quarters that she bought, and then I came up with the idea of us maybe having a fabric swap in our Patreon group. So I don't know about you, but I have so many like this. Just I went into my basket to find a piece of fabric. I have so much fabric, really beautiful fabric, odds and ends. And I thought it might be really fun to do like a fabric swap. Just maybe like small pieces like the fat quarter size, or even odds and ends, and doing maybe like 5 different designs or something. But then I thought I might actually organize it on Patreon, but also in the Facebook group as well. So if you're not a member of our Facebook group, do come and join us. I'll leave the link below, and I think I'm going to organize one later in the month. I think that will be really fun, but I'm just waiting for this to dry, and in the meantime I'm going to start getting ready to sew these in. These kind of need to be turned into like little notebooks, don't they? Little signatures to sew in. So when my lovely friend Michelle gave us the online class and showed us how to make signatures for our notebooks, this was a really good tip. Take a piece of paper that's the size of your spine, and let's see, to find the middle, you fold it over, and then again so that you've got a big cross in the middle, and then like that into the middle, like that, so that you've got you can see all the different sections, then it's equal. And then we're going to do this again, folding the ends into the middle. And then that way you've got, if you want to do 3 signatures or however many, I'm going to go and get, oh actually I've got it here. I've got my book binding kit, my journal binding. Where is the big needle? It's here. And then actually this came with some clips. Oh, I think I've taken them out. Oh, I've got my Mickey Mouse one. So we're going to hold this in place, and this way you get the exact measurements of the book. This is such a good idea and so quick, and then you can use the same template on your pages as well. So I'm just going to, do you know, I need to have, it's not going to work. I'm going to have, oh, I've got washi tape stuck to that now. Because if that goes in there, I'm going to have to try and do that, I think. Right, I'm going to have 2 on mine. So, saying that though, do they... Yeah, so I'm going to have 1 and 2. So we are going to have, push that through. Just go so careful when you're doing this. 1, and this is where I'll sew in my signatures. Ah, that fabric's still quite damp with the glue. 2. 3. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. And obviously if you were having 3 signatures, you would do the 3rd along there as well. So now I need some good needle and thread. I think I'm going to go with my thick stuff here actually. And Michelle says to do it 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to do a little bit more, and then do exactly the same again. And then where's my big needle? This little book binding set is so good, and I think it was only about £6–7, something like that. So if it's something you need in your life, oh, there's the one I made with Michelle. There's the, that was obviously to a larger template, but yeah, all of that came in that book binding kit. All the thread, everything, needles, the paper creaser, loads of different tools, the little pokey tool thing that you poke through, and it was, like I said, £6–7 on Amazon Prime. It's really, really good. Now, oh gosh, I've got to remember how to do this now. How did she do this? So let's get the center here, and obviously I was doing it with an empty book before. Right, I'm going to make this up. I can't quite remember. So I want the threads to stick out and I'm going to start in the center. This might not be correct. Whoops, I need to make sure that's poking out. Yeah, I think it's much easier to do the other way around in an empty book. I've done it again. I want the thread to stick out, so I need to make sure, because that's going to need to be tied together. Okay, and then in the center of my book, and I need the same holes in my book. This one feels really messy. It's obviously a junk journal that's been made and used for quite some time now, so this isn't very straightforward what I'm doing, and I'm kind of just trying to make do. But if you would like to see how it's done properly, I do have a video where I've made a journal from scratch, and you can see that's so much better, all the sewing and everything else, so I will link that down below for you. Don't do what I did. I've forgotten to remove the template, so I've sewn the template in, but obviously I need the template to use in the journal. Right, this is the messy one. This is the one I am going to struggle with, and I am actually going to do them in parts. I'm going to sew this together first using my template, but then I'm going to sew this one into this one. I think that might be a bit more sturdy. Right, I've been doing this off camera as it's not a pretty sight at the moment. I've got two in and they look great, but I've got this other one which belongs in the center here. This is actually quite fragile, so what I'm going to do, I've decided I'm going to pop some really nice thick wide tape in the middle here. I actually have some here. This would be really pretty. This is from Grace, Miss Paper Lover. So I'm going to pop this on both sides, and then I just don't want anything falling to bits. I like this actually because you can still see the designs through underneath. Perfect. And I'm going to do exactly the same. Oh, see, it's just all falling to bits a little bit. The problem is, because it's not like your typical signatures, but great, like a general book journal, the pages are all kind of like entwined, and it's all just now falling to bits. Right, that feels neater. Excellent. And then this belongs in here, so I'm going to get my needle and thread out again and do exactly the same going through these ones. I have done it. It's got a spine, it's nice and tidy. It's still really bulky, but that's because of the way I made it initially, I think. But it's a lot better than it was. It doesn't feel like it's falling to bits. It now opens out nicely and it feels firm and secure, which I'm really happy with. And I've still got a few more pages to go. I did do a flip through of this, and it looks neater actually, like that as well, the other day. So I'll link that up if you haven't seen it. I think I'm going to have a tidy up here, and then I'm going to make another page with you. Right, so let's do some journaling. I'm going to use this page here. I love the illustration, so that's going to play a big part. I have a photo which I'm not going to share on here, purely because this is just a reminder, by the way, this is my smile journal and things that make me smile. It was a WhatsApp message last week, and it involved my brother and sister, and the language isn't great, so it's not really something I can share on here. I will, however, I'll talk about it as I'm creating and tell you a little bit about the story. So I like to always show you before what I've pulled out. I have taken this old piece of planner paper that this was I think last year even, and I've used it a couple of times, and I think I might use it again. I like the idea of using maybe this to tell the story, so I'll use this. I also went through some really old scrapbooking paper. This is Cocoa Daisy, and I pulled out this, which I would like to use. I'm loving these colours at the moment. I found a yellow doily, an old yellow doily, so I think I might use that. Another scrap of paper. Oh, that's quite pretty actually. I was going to use the yellow, but actually I quite like that. Not sure now. And some really old printables that were hanging around for goodness knows how many years. I quite like this bit here, this moment. I like the look here, so I might use those. And I found some really old stickers. And then I went through my lovely, do you remember I got sent this from Grace from Miss Paper Lover Junk Journaling kit. That's her large kit. And I've taken out a glassine bag, a couple of stamps. These are all purely pulled because of the colours. I've got a couple of pieces of vellum which are really pretty. There's one here actually with a butterfly that I particularly like, and then I like this one, and then I pulled out this as well. I haven't pulled out this arrived this week. I painted that and I've turned it into a little like journal card, and these are going to be for subscribers in my July kits, and then I've got stickers made as well, so I may include that. Got a little bird that fell out, and there was some embroidery thread left over from last time's page. So these are what I'm thinking of using, but I need to have something that hides the photos. So that's what I'm going to do. I used my selfie printer again. I'm practicing with it, so I'm going to use a photo from that, and let's get journaling. So I've also been practicing with the apps and that you're recommending for the selfie, and this one here, there's a funny story behind this one as well. I've used PicFrame. A few of you recommended PicFrame, and I've been trying that, and the only thing is, because it's the free version, you can't really see there, PicFrame along the bottom. So we also have this thing that we went to, I'm sorry, I need to just journal, don't I, and talk at the same time, because otherwise this video is going to take forever. Right, I'm going to grab my punch. So basically, we were in Disney in, what's it called? Fort Wilderness. It's like the campground. Everyone says it's lovely. We really struggled with it. It didn't really feel for us. And this is just going to sound so snooty. And I don't mean for it to sound snooty. But it just felt, I don't know how to word it without it sounding rude, but just felt a bit unkempt, if that's the right word. I don't know, it just felt really weird, like being on a Disney bus and having people in their bathers on there. And then we went to the campfire, Chippendales campfire sing-along, and it was just people in their cozies and things, and they just didn't seem your usual Disney people there, let's just say that. You were supposed to queue for Chippendale, and nobody queued, everyone pushed, and people were rude, and then they asked people to remain in their seats and that everyone would get to see Chippendale, and obviously because we're the polite people, we were the only ones that didn't. It was just a bit, I don't know, it's just a bit naff really. So but yeah, there was this one couple here, you can't really see them on the photo, and he looked just like my brother-in-law. It was so funny, and he had this little girl that looked like my niece, and he was throwing her around and doing the hokey cokey and all that. So naturally they were in my video because I was filming the whole thing, and I sent it to my sister pretending that my brother-in-law was there having a really nice time, and it made us laugh. So I still have that video on my clip, and I quite often send it to her, and it just makes us laugh, and we pretend that Ben was there with us. Anyway, I'm going to cut this heart out. So I quite like that actually. Oh, this might be nice on there. Let's pop this. Yeah, I quite like that. Right, so going about the story with my brother and sister. So it was a late night. I think we were all messaging, And I might actually use that as the pocket, although I was going to use that. No, I don't think I will use that afterwards. Too many hearts. I do quite like the heart there. I don't know. Decisions. No, I'm going to leave that off as well. Yeah, late night, and we were all kind of like chatting on WhatsApp, and my sister sent a picture of herself, and she looked. Did any of you watch Gimme Gimme Gimme? I'm just going to attach the photos here of the photo that my sister sent of herself. She'd got a cold sore, so she was showing us her cold sore, but she looked just like Linda, as my brother pointed out, from Gimme Gimme Gimme, and it was just so funny. And she really did. And she wasn't impressed, but she admitted that she could see the likeness as well, which I think upset her even more. So that's what we were laughing at. But I was laughing as well at the comments that of my brother and sister. It was just really funny. I love the late night chats that is the 6 of us 3 siblings and our partners. It's just funny. I quite like that there. I'm going to pop, I've got 3 stories on little photos, so I'm going to pop them into tags, so they kind of maybe need to slot in at the top. I do quite like the background. Quite like this moment. Let's cut that out. I'm not quite sure where this is going yet, but I know it will work out in the end. I have faith in my journaling. It always works out in the end, even if it ends up taking a little bit longer sometimes and I have to walk away. It always works out fine. Actually, I quite like that on there. That's quite nice.
And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive.
So what I'm thinking here, I'm going to pop this on here so the tags can slide in, and I'm just looking at this. And I quite like the idea of adding a few little embellishment-y bits around here and maybe at the top to bring the 2 pages together. I quite like that. And then it's saying, look here, obviously I've got a story to tell, but I'm also sort of thinking of the illustration there as well. I do quite like the today. I might take that as well. I'm not going to use that, I've decided. I do quite like the butterfly. Oh, that's quite nice. I might just stick it down on the one side. I need some thinner tape, I think.
And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise. That with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can fight.
I've taken 3 craft tags here. They had been stamped on previously, but you know when the stamping just doesn't go right, and it was like just hadn't stamped properly. So I'd kept the tags anyway, knowing that I could easily sort of cover them and use them again, which is exactly what I would have, exactly what I've done here. And now I'm going to pop my little tags. I'm really struggling with this tape again. It's just not staying in and it's doing my head in. I've just put a new roll on. I'm going to attach each photo to the tag, and then the story can go on the back of each one. And actually I've got some oddments here, some little scraps, so I will use these on the tags rather than bin them, and they can be, oops, on there. That looks quite cute. I'm not even going to trim the top, so the stories can go in there like that. I'm going to cut this out here, which says today, and add this. There's quite a few bits that I've pulled out that I'm not going to use, and that's fine. It's just, sometimes it's just nice to have a few bits and pieces on the desk. I'm doing that more and more these days. So I actually prepared the page last night before I went to bed. I came in, went through my phone, picked out my photos, added them to the collage on the Pick Frame app, and then I printed them on my selfie printer. I went through, decided what stash I was going to use, picked out papers, and then went through old bits and pieces, like finding these old downloads, and I went through my junk journal stuff, and then I just laid it all out on my desk so that when I came to oh, I quite like that on there. Actually, I'm going to pop that up there. Oh, I've got a delivery coming. So then when I came to journal this morning, I already had a rough idea of what I was going to do. False alarm, the kids actually had McDonald's being delivered. Right, this isn't sticking down too well. I think my tags are too big, so I might need a plan B. Right, this option is so much better. I've got the little glassine envelope here that I was originally going to use. I'm going to pop that here. That holds them in really nicely. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this on the back of some pretty paper. What shall I use? Right, let's go with the yellow dots. Let's stick this down properly. And then what we will, this will turn then into a flip, I think, to go. I think that will look, whoops, neater, and then that way I don't have to worry about it falling off. That can go there, and that just covers the little bag quite neatly. That looks sweet. And what I might do is, let's use the stitching here as well, because I've got a little bit of thread left over from my last project, and it matches really nicely. And I do like a little bit of thread. Let's tie that into a knot. Might even add a little bit over there actually. I'm actually going to stick this on with clear tape so that I can see the stitching through. Like that. And that then opens neatly. Like that. And I think I might put my journaling there. I haven't actually thought about my journaling, have I? I'm going to add a couple of stitches there. And we've got the stitching that side, which looks really nice. So that's done, and then I am just going to get some alphabet stickers here and add people. Or do I need that in black? I'm wondering, actually black might be better so it stands out. Let's see what else I can find. Right, I found these. I like these because they're really slim, so my word will easily fit, and it brings in the green over here as well. So it kind of pulls it together, which, as you know, I like doing. I like these actually. They've got loads and loads. Favourite people. And this just goes so well with having that cute illustration there. I like that. And there is my page. Quite chuffed with that. My favourite people. And then I've got the little tags with the silly conversations. I've journaled on that bit there. I just like how, even though I've kept the illustration, I've still kind of brought the design of the page in as well. So I'm really pleased with that, and I've managed to fix my journal today as well. So hopefully it's the last time I'll be fixing it. But thank you very much for journaling with me today and hanging out. I hope you're having a lovely week, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday with a new video. Take care, lots of love. Bye.